Hey everybody. Alright, I think this is going to be a really handy video for a lot of people. If you get any benefit out of it, please go to my channel page and click on support this channel. Help me out if you can. Okay, I've got this scanner here. It's an Epson V600, but you can do this with just about any scanner. Now, you can see up at the top over here, I have got a little cover that I can take off so that I can scan slides and film strips. But the problem is I've got this really old negative, and this thing is huge. This negative is about a 4x6 or something. This thing's probably like 60, 70 years old. It's enormous. And there is no way that I can get this thing to scan with the negative holders. It won't work. So what I'm doing is I'm going to scan this as a photo. Instead of scanning it as a transparency, I'm going to scan it as a photo, which I've already done. You can see I've got the cover up here. I've got the cover on my scanner, and what I did is I just did a regular scan as a... Well, let me show you what I did. Okay, these were the settings that I used. Instead of using a transparency setting or a negative setting, which is what a negative is, I used reflective. Reflective is a standard photograph, and then you can see below I did a photo setting, 24-bit, 1600 DPI. But over here, what you're seeing is that instead of a negative, let me show you just so you understand this. I have an option of film, which is a negative, but I cannot scan this as a negative. It's not working right. So I'm going to scan it as a photo, which is reflective. Now, document table is the scanner, and my option is photo. Obviously, if I went over to film, then I would be dealing with negatives. Negatives are positives. Positive is your slides, or your slides. Negatives are negatives. Anything that's not a slide, so it's a negative film. But I cannot, as I said, get a good scan because I can't get the light in the cover to brighten up the negative properly. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to make this work so that you can turn this negative into a positive, which is the goal. And if you didn't have a negative scanner, you could do this. You could probably do this with just about everything, but it would make more sense to buy a negative scanner, a scanner that's made for what you need to do. Okay, so as you see, I've got reflective and I've got photo. Now let me shut this off so that you can go to the next step. Okay, here we go now. I don't know who these people are. I think they are relatives or something. I think I know who one of the people is in this photo, but this is the result of the scanning the negative as a positive. So what you want to do now, this is totally awesome. You're going to love this. You want to go up to image. I'm doing this in Photoshop. You should be able to do this in just about any good photo program. I'm going to go into image, and I'm going to go down to, what am I going to go to? I'm going to go to adjustments. And then I'm going to go down to this thing called invert. And that is inverting the positive picture to a negative or a negative to a positive. This works really good on black and white. If you try to do this in color, you're going to end up with problems with orange coloring. And you're going to have, it's just a nightmare. You have to remove the orange to be able to do the inversion. But I'm going to click on invert now, and you're going to see what's going to go on. Look at that. Is that just amazing? Is that totally incredible? So that is how you take a negative. This is an extremely old negative. And I scanned it as a photo, and then I went into Photoshop and did an invert on it. And it gave me a picture. Wow, look at that. 1932. Amazing. All right, well, hopefully you learned something from this. Again, please go to my channel page. Click on the support and help me out if you can. And subscribe. Thumbs up. Leave some cool comments. hopefully you learned something from this, and it will benefit you in scanning lots of your family photos and negatives.